Let in a little joy. Let in a little joy. Let in a little light. Every little thing gonna be alright. What's the best that could happen? Clear the room for dancing. Let in a little joy. Let in a little light on Sunday nights. We live. Welcome to the Bliss, and tonight we will imbibe on the divine.
Yes, we will.
We will thrive on the intoxication of being together alive on this amazing planet. This singular life, this everlasting infinite love that we all possess, alive here tonight and with you. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, we're so excited. We're so grateful. You guys are a dream come true. Oh, what are you doing? Like little double winkies?
Double winky. Oh, the old double winky, I see. Ready?
Double winky, huh?
It's that hallelujah. Here we all come back in for the hug.
The hallelujah. Oh, Lovin is feeling the spirit tonight.
Yes, he is. Where is he anyway?
He's right there under your chair.
Oh my God, he's so cute. I wish you
We're
could
so
see
in love.
this guy.
We're like intoxicated with this guy.
I'll tell you what. Did you hear that? He's intoxicated too.
He's
He just does a
intoxicated.
big
He's
old
so
shake.
happy. He's doing so well.
You ever just do
More
that with
on
your whole
that
body?
later.
Yeah.
But for
So
now,
this tonight we are speaking of intoxication, absolute, full embodied experience of love, of passion, of spirit, of life.
of the divine wine that is like no other, that is the only thing that's ever going to satiate you, that will feed that longing that you have in your spirit. Trust us, we know, There's many ways to be intoxicated, and there is the way to be, capital I, intoxicated, and that's all on spirit. And
Well, that's the only thing that can really satiate because it's
true.
infinite.
It is infinite.
And that's the thing that never stops. It's the endless source of love.
The endless barrel, the wine bag that expands and expands and expands.
As wide as your spirit does, as much as you can possibly hold. And that is the true satiating source of all love and fulfillment and joy. And tonight we sing of that, and we start
many
off,
different facets.
That's
and
right.
Many different ways that you get filled, and this first one is a beautiful John Denver song that talks about your senses being filled up,
completely filled. And this can be about a
a
sweetheart,
or about the divine,
the
about your
beloved.
ultimate beloved, your friend, your one, and so that's how, these words are so gorgeous, and that's how we receive it.
You fill all my senses like a night in the forest, like mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill all my senses. Come fill me again. me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Oh, let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again.
Sing it with us, y'all.
You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain. Ooh, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again.
Such a beautiful song. Says it all, doesn't it?
Absolutely intoxicated, completely filled with spirit. Reminds me of your grandma.
Yeah, so my grandma, wow. I want to start with where she finished and how she launched. So on fire for God, and nothing else was more important to her. I've told you before, she spent much time down in her prayer closet, just praying and travailing and seeking God above all. And she became all about that. That was her drink.
Her
that
alpha,
was
her omega.
her constant thirst that she was trying to quench. She became completely immersed and saturated in that. And let me go back to how she started, and that was that she battled intoxication with actual drinking, and what that led to, and many other, it's like a kind of it's like creaks open the door and opens you up to a lot of other things.
Other addictions.
And for her, it was taking that drink, and then it led to other things and other things and other things that had her not showing up in the early years of her life in the best ways. That was for my dad and for her other children, and most of all for herself. And then she had a shift. A really special woman came and knocked on her door one day, Juanita, and said, "I want to share something with you." And somehow Juanita ended up at my grandma's kitchen table, and my grandma got saved, and the switch flipped, and literally flipped. She never went back. It was like instant, like, now I'm on fire for this. Now I'm intoxicated by this. And all of that just fell away. And what she found was that longing, that deep place, that void that she was always trying to fill, Southern girl here, fill all of her life.
But feel it.
But feel all of her life as well. That all along she was seeking the divine. And when she made that the tavern that she was stepping into, and she did, she would step into church, she would dance in the spirit,
She would twirl her long hair.
Yeah,
and
she would.
just-
Well, it was up on her
She was
head.
like a
and
whirling dervish, really.
she really
wasn't
was.
she?
Yeah, she would. Her hair
She
was,
was just-
like up on her head, but she would dance in the spirit so much it would twirl down and become this wild, amazing.
Wow, passion, intoxication for the spirit, for the divine, for connection.
And she
to
deeply
lose herself.
inspired my life. She deeply inspired your life because
Yeah.
you know, it
She's
just
a
witnessed
bona fide shaman.
being in witness to someone that absorbed and making that. I mean, everything was about that. I've told you before, every moment with her was a teaching moment, but it just became just her everything. And you know, that's really what we're all longing for. We're really longing for that intimacy with the divine. That is the one thing, as Amy said, that's infinite. That's the eternal. And, you know, she found it here, which tells me she found it there and here. And so I share that because I think we all have our ways that we're searching, you know, and sometimes we're trying to fill that empty space with things that don't satiate.
They don't last. They're
They don't
temporary.
last.
Yeah.
But then there is this eternal place that we can draw from and fill our well. And when that well fills to overflowing, then it spills out and it's something that intoxicates other people. And isn't that the hope, right? You know, I think of the song for Cheers.
Oh, of course, because we went from there to here. Yes.
Well, but that's a tavern.
where everybody knows your name.
And you're always glad you
you're
came.
always glad you came. You want to be where people know. People are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Well, that's Sundays with Bliss, and that's also the divine who knows you, who created you, who is your most intimate connection.
Well, there's an energy that runs through all life. And there's an energy that flows through the universe and beyond that is just pure creation and love. And we are all a part of that sound and vibration and pure-hearted truth of just wanting to be alive and thrive. And that's the core of who we are. Just want to be alive and thrive and love. And it's all about that hidden sweetness inside every cell, inside every moment, inside every breath and every thought and every idea of what this next moment can hold for you. And all the love that you're able to hold as you hold more and more and more, then that sweetness deepens, because really the infinite is love. Love is infinite and beautiful and healing and recycles and refurbishes and is resilient and is resplendent, is an absolute...
I mean, don't you want some more of that? Don't you want to take in a little more of that into your being? We hope so, because we're going to head over here to the piano and invite you in. This is what this night is about. It's about intoxication.
Let yourself go. Let yourself be wild, unfettered, unguarded. Let yourself be absolutely at the mercy of love and of the infinite now that we are living in.
The drink's on us. I'll see you over here.
Cheers. Chin chin.
All right, so we're inviting you into the hidden sweetness, to a place where everything is music and the music never stops, and that is the tavern that you want to enter.
lovers. Music never stops. Every room is a prayer, and every moment a song. And when I see your face, I know it. I am home. When I see your face, I know it. I am home. Ooh. Kiss me until I remember my vows. Altar of love is there that I bow. You bring near faraway dreams beyond what I ever believed could be. Gracious muse, my emissary, you're the answer to love's mystery. You show me the hidden sweetness where everything is music. In the house of lovers, music never stops. Every room is a prayer, every moment a song. And when I see your face, I know I am home. When I see your face, I know I am home. Sanctuary, love rises here. Stars are spun from such a prayer. My four walls began kneeling with you. My wildest poem, my infinite tune. Strum my soul, I'll sing harmony. The sun sings itself to the sea. You show me the hidden sweetness. Everything is music in the house of lovers. That hidden sweetness.
So we're going to quickly shift the mic and put up a quick screen and share a Rumi poem that multiple Rumi poems and stanzas that we put to music called Rumi at the end. So hang on one quick second.
Here's a poem about the Holy Tavern from Shalan Harkin. Amazing mystic, feeling the intoxication of being in spirit and in truth and in heart. I love how little it works when either of us tries to be sober with the other. Even when we put on our best attempt at level-headedness, we're quickly convinced by the wild drunkard living within the other. I love how quickly the intoxication deepens. Each word, another heavy swig. I love my continually growing, burning thirst for you. And mostly, I love how even a relatively brief encounter turns this whole otherwise unenchanting world into a holy tavern. Here's some Rumi for you at the end. In this tavern there are many wine of intellect's agility, fine poured stories, Cabernet, soul singing. Whoever brought me here will take me home. There are thousands of wines take over our mind. Wine we really drink is our own blood. Bodies ferment in these barrels. We give everything for a taste of this. We give our minds for sale. Whoever brought me here will take me home. I'm like a bird from another continent, sitting in this aviary. Days coming when I fly. Oh, my soul is from elsewhere. I'm sure of that, and I intend end up there. Last night the moon came, dropping his clothes in the street. Took it as a sign, started singing. Thirst told me down to the water where I drank the moon's reflection. Whoever brought me here will have to take me home. I'm like a bird from another continent, sitting in this aviary. Days coming when I fly. Oh, my soul is from elsewhere. I'm sure of that. I intend end up there. running from? What am I supposed to be? Do I have no idea? This drunkenness began in some other tavern. When I get back from that place, I'll be completely sober. I could taste one sip of an outside, break free from this prison for drunks. Whoever brought me here will take me home. I'm like a bird from another continent, sitting in every day is coming when I fly. Oh, my soul is from elsewhere. I'm sure that I intend to end up there. I didn't come here of my own accord, and I can't leave that way. Whoever brought me, it's time to take me home.
We'll be right back. All right, and here's another poem by Chelan called Wino. Leave your heart in God's cellar. It will mature there. This is grace. When your heart makes everything so sweet with drunkenness that God, that notorious wino, visits you often. Isn't that great?
Mm. We had a God's wino, God as a wino, God as wine visit us in New Orleans. Tom Luplow was an amazing poet, just like old school beatnik, kind of jazzy, poetic, intellectual, shocking, real, sensual poet extraordinaire. And we met him at the Soup Kitchen in Chicago. Y'all know Chris Voigt, Cry Voy, on our page. And in the chat is a dear, dear friend of ours. If you have a magnet or a poster or a sticker of ours, he designed it, probably. He was such a magician and is, right? Such a gift to us artistically and as a friend from way back. We used to go to the Soup Kitchen together in Chicago, which was a notorious, infamous, legendary open mic. Essentially mostly poetry, but a sundry of things. And it was a great inspiration for Church on the Rocks.
Absolutely.
If you know of that open mic in Louisville. And
Another way of saying getting intoxicated. So let's explain that real quick. So Church on the Rocks was our open stage.
right, on the rocks.
And people were like, this feels like church, but yet it's in a bar. And so we called it Church on the Rocks. And yeah, sure, people were having a couple of drinks here and there, or maybe more. But they were actually, what was being served up was intoxicating, was divine wine and spirits, because everybody
True
came
church.
like
Yeah.
in a safe place to share their most intimate
Yeah.
expression, you know?
Yeah. And it was intoxicating because we all were just there to experience each other. There was no, this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. It was just all here to experience and support each other's expression. And Tom Luplow was an extraordinary poet who just inspired with his expression, his amazing poetry. I know we have a book of his, and I wish I could find it. We look for it, and it's somewhere in our shelves. And
have a
maybe
lot of
Chris, you can
books.
post a poem of his.
Yeah,
But
that'd be great.
he's so incredibly talented. He came to visit us one October in New Orleans. And we took him to the open mics in New Orleans, and that was really awesome.
And so, like many people who are artists, there is this great expression that happens, and the pool of expression comes from pain and torment and passion and a lot of things like that. You know, artists are in this world, but not so much of this world. They're always a little bit below the equator, but a lot above the equator.
Not too high, not too low.
Yeah, and you know, Tom was somebody who was seeking to fill that reservoir and sought it out, unfortunately, in drugs and alcohol,
And actively wanted to live a passionate life, and said to us, I'd rather burn out than fade out, and just wanted to live hard and fast, and he did. He stayed with us in New Orleans, and we were so inspired by his spirit and his energy. And then he went back to Chicago, and he died soon after.
he overdosed.
He went out the way he said he wanted to, and he lived fast and hard and free. And he was always searching for that something, and always searching for that intoxication. I just want to add that the only real intoxication comes from the infinite, from the divine source that never ends, and everything else is finite, and you'll always be seeking after it until you can tap into...
Never, ever will be completely filled.
Until you tap into the actual source of love.
Which
love
is
itself.
unending.
Love itself, not ending. You can get it anytime you want it. All
The
you gotta
tap
do
is
is
always
ask for it.
open.
I know. Love you, Tom. He's a railway trainer, track madness, shot glass sadness, cocaine pain. One foot in heaven, the other in hell. That's how he was trapped, his train derailed. Rather burn out, fade out, he said, winking at himself in the window behind my head. Mr. Tom ain't coming back. He overdosed, had Ozzy on sack. No more pool balls to ride, no slack. Keep trying, 8-ball years, the corner pocket. Game comes to an end. Used to be a pretty boy, he said, to my fair share of pretty hair. Midnight cowboy, here and now, boy, rebel just because he was king of cheap thrills. Yeah.
One night.
Spinning his wheels in a drag race with desire at a gambling machine. They don't retire. He's a runaway train on the track of madness. Shot glass of sadness, poker game of pain. One foot in heaven, the other in hell. And so he was trapped in a train deep hell. You can find him down at the soup kitchen, serving up his poetry to anyone who is listening. Visual tonic he'd spell, pouring salty words on wounds wouldn't heal. Tales of impotent solitaire, truth a tale, beatnik heir to the throne of love on loan. He was doomed to always roam. Spent his last dime on a good time, trying to climb a mountain of riddles and rhyme. Mr. Tommy coming back, he overdosed. Hallows on smack. Some people ride the tracks,
Some
other side. Some tie themselves on and lay down to die. To die. He's a runaway train, a track of madness, shot glass of sadness, poker game of pain. One foot living, the other in hell. And so he was trapped in his train deep hell. Just a little boy, just a little boy, just a little boy, yeah, just a little boy, just a little boy, just a little boy, say you didn't know. When the 8-ball hits the corner pocket, the game comes to an end.
So that's the deception that just a little more and it'll be enough. You know, we know many people who've overcome addiction. We know people who are battling addiction, seeking to be intoxicated with something to fill the void.
It's like a demon that whispers in your ear, this is what you need. You need me, you need me. And really, the angel in your ear is whispering, you don't need anything. You have it already. You're perfect. All is well. Be in this space and continue to breathe. This is it. I mean, that is the truth. When you hear that voice, you know you're listening to the right one.
Yeah, and you know, the same is true with spirit, that you drink a little, you receive a little, and you want more, and you want more. But the difference is that you don't wake up with regret, that you don't walk around
With a hangover.
with guilt or a hangover, or you've hurt somebody, right? It's all healing, and it's all good, and it's all love. And that's the difference, you know. You can seek out these other things, and we all have, but you know, you walk around and you just feel like, I failed, I didn't reach my highest potential, I let myself down, I let somebody else down. And yet when we seek that with spirit, and we're intoxicated by spirit, yes, we want more. Yes, we're never satiated, and that's a good thing, because you're longing for more intimacy, but you never feel, all you feel is, I feel good, but I want more of that goodness, you know?
Well, it's like looking in the mirror of love, of your highest self, and being able to see it, and know who you really are, and know that you can get there, and that it's already there. You just need to kind of uncover it, or trust it, or let it take charge. But there's a part of yourself that knows that you are complete and whole in yourself as you are in yourself, and that we're continuing to hold more and more love. And that's our only task, is to simply hold more and more love and astonishment and awe and beauty and wonder of being alive. And joy, I mean, just a witness for love itself. What love has created is just astonishing. And, you know, and part of that includes marijuana. Is a blessing on this planet. It really, really is. So much better than 100 other pharmaceuticals you could take, probably, you know, with a million other side effects that cause the thing you're trying to avoid. Like, you take it for depression, and it causes depression. But marijuana is very healing and very helpful for so many different things, from glaucoma to cramps to depression
To seizures.
to seizures. Oh my God, yes, in children and
to
everything.
pain for people who are dealing with chronic pain. I mean, there's many,
Yeah.
many things.
So many things.
We decided to write a song about it and do a little research, because, you know, we're not just troubadours.
We're scientists.
Yeah,
We're song scientists.
we're song scientists. So we went and deeply researched all these different ways to say marijuana and not say marijuana, right?
All of the different slang terms and terminology throughout the ages.
Yeah.
That people have used.
At least
and
the
we're
recorded
like,
ages.
how many of these can we possibly, like a Mad Lib, work into this song?
Right.
And so almost every little phrase you hear in this song is some kind of terminology.
I found the notes the other day, and it's pretty interesting. Yeah, everything from Black Bart. I mean, sounds like a character, sure, but it's also another way to say it.
Queen Anne's.
Yeah. So here's a little song. It's a sing-along.
Oh, yes, it is.
So when we say butter your bread,
Goes out to Jenny.
you'll hear an opportunity to sing back, butter your bread.
Please
we're going
do.
to send
You
this
know how to
one
do
out
this,
to
right?
Ben, right? I'm gonna
Ben and Nick
sing it. And Nick.
and
Not to
Jenny. We're not calling people out, but
Yeah.
you know.
Just people who like this song.
Yeah.
So
And Dottie
the non
and Marie.
a lot of people
Oh, yeah.
who understand.
So you know how the chorus goes. It's super easy. Should we do it? Let's see. Butter your bread.
butter your bread,
You gotta butter your bread.
butter your bread,
You better butter your bread.
butter your bread,
Butter your bread. And there you go.
butter bread.
That's it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's call and response. We say the words, you say them again.
yeah.
So easy,
Fun.
okay?
Fun.
You don't even have to be high to do this.
No, high
Or-
in life.
Thank
Right?
you. Exactly. Get intoxicated on life. Went to the home of Mary Jane and Joyce. With hocus pocus, your cooking is smell funky, girl. It's a family recipe my mama handed down to me. She put the bobo in the brownie. She said, morning's full, I feel a little rough. I bet to bake up some of that funny stuff. She handed me a piece of that homegrown lamb's bread. This is what the rainy day woman said. You gotta butter your bread, butter your bread. You better butter your bread, butter your bread. You gotta butter your bread, butter your bread, butter your bread, butter your bread. Janitors and doulas, paparazzi and department heads, they all butter their bread. Gangsta black boy, he's a viper. Blow his rope when he got a little hyper. Said, I'll give you an Uncle Sandwich, better bite my lip. Till the hitman took another hit. Uncle Fister was riding shotgun when he got stopped by the cops. Gave the buzz a buzz, got the munchies and went to the donut shop. It's a Krispy Kreme dream when you make friends of an amaze. Become thick-ass thieves instead. You gotta butter your bread, butter your bread. You better butter your bread, butter your bread. You gotta butter your bread, butter your bread, butter your bread, butter your bread. Skaters and hoarders, departments and deadheads, they butter their bread. Just the other day, I stopped a Sweet Lucy's place. That white-haired lady was out of Queen Anne's lace. She said, my joints are aching, there's only one remedy. I need a 420 juju teapotty. So I offered her a blanket, tightened her wig, while an old man mowed the grass. Sweet Lucy did a jig. I said, it's time to hit day. Should we go to bed? She said, no, honey, until I'm dead. I'm gonna butter my bread, butter my bread. You gotta butter your bread, butter your bread. You better butter your bread, butter your bread, butter your bread, butter your bread. Geriatrics and Trekkies, dinner dinners, they butter their bread. Janitors and doulas, paparazzi and department heads, they butter their bread. Yeah. Skateboarders and hoarders, or even the fans, they butter their bread. Yeah, the best bread. Followers of Jesus, Buddha, Abraham, and Mohammed, they butter
their prayers. You know what they do. Well, I buttered up baguettes 5 feet long. Ooh la la.
You ever done that?
Buttered a baguette 5 feet long?
I know I have. But Hafiz did.
Oh,
Do you think Hafiz did?
he did.
I have been so intoxicated in the spirit that I had no recollection of what was going on around me, and it didn't matter. I was absolutely in the presence and the spotlight of the divine, and have been so many times. So grateful.
And when we're not, it's exactly where we want to be. So Hafez says, why aren't we screaming drunks?
If you're happy and you know it, say woof woof. If you're happy and you know it, say woof woof. If you're happy and you know it, then your woof will really show it. If you're happy and you know it, say woof woof.
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! All right. Oh, she's bringing him up.
This guy right
Check
here.
out this guy right here.
He is.
Now, can you see?
He's following his
Let me
bliss.
look on our screen. Yeah.
As you can see.
Oh,
Hi.
here he is, following his bliss.
Here he is.
I love him.
This guy right here.
Hey,
So full
buddy.
of courage.
He is. Can we give his testimony?
So much love.
He
so
does better.
smart.
He does better every day.
He's trying
with
so
his trust and his
hard.
courage.
He is so brave and loving. He is a mighty, majestic
Loving.
knight of love and honor
We love you, buddy.
and bliss.
He wants to thank
guy.
you
Yes,
for
he
your
does.
prayers and
Yes.
for your cheerleading of his spirit. He's amazing.
Oh my God. He is so
Thank you, Lovin, for making an appearance. You're a good boy. And he says, yes. Why aren't we screaming drunks? The sun once glimpsed God's true nature and has never been the same. Thus, that radiant sphere constantly pours its energy upon this earth as does he from behind the veil. With a wonderful God like that, why isn't everyone a screaming drunk? Hafiz's guess is this. Any thought that you are better or less than another man quickly breaks the wine glass. Know your worth so that your glass can be full.
Will you read the wine barrel?
Oh, yeah, one of Chelan's. I have these marked,
Another
but let's
one.
make sure that I'm doing this.
Please check out Shalane Harkin.
Yes.
And her poetry, Susceptible to the Light. And a new
Susceptible
one.
to light.
Yes. And a new one coming out soon.
Yes. So here's another one. It's called The Sacred Wild Barrel. Oh, world, I've been trying to convince you of my sanity for far too long. Trying to hold it together, play the part. I'm ready for the sacred undoing. I'm ready to give up the game. I'm delighted to say I've lost. Here is my raw, naked heart. My soul is ready to strip down and streak through social conventions. I'm tired of pretending with you that I'm okay with anything short of the sweetest, most tender intimacy. I'm unsigning my name from these social contracts, enabling extreme blindness and terrible distance from our hearts. Come close, and I will kiss your face. Come closer, and I will offer you every jewel in my soul. Come closer still, and I'll delightfully give you my very life, and then rummage through my closets to see what else I have in there for you. Friend, it doesn't take much to destroy social norms. All it really takes is to crack open the sacred wild barrel of love in your chest and offer it to whomever might pass by. So that's our prayer tonight, that you will be inspired to break open that sacred wild barrel in her chest. And your assignment for divinement is to do just that. To break open that sacred wild barrel in your chest. And instead of taking in something that you know is substandard, something that's not going to satiate, feed yourself sustenance and the light and love of the divine. Feed yourself things that empower you and enable you to move forward, and splash over, because you're so full, splash over on everyone else, intoxicating them.
And what does it mean to be inebriated, to be drunk? It means for all of your barriers to be broken open.
So that you
For
can
all
be
of your
more
barriers.
intimate with the divine. Yeah. And it is true, you know, in the real sense, when people take in something, when they imbibe, they do lose a lot of their inhibitions, and they do connect to people more easily.
Well, it reminds me of us playing on the streets of New Orleans.
Oh my gosh, which we
And-
did so much.
And, well, anywhere, honestly. There's something magical about just showing up with an open heart, vulnerable with your own music, and on a street corner, anywhere in the world, and just sharing your soul, singing from your heart, full of emotion. Your
seeing who
lyrics
comes
of love,
by and connects.
seeing who comes by and connects. And when they do connect, they really connect, because they've chosen to interrupt their life, stop what they're doing, and to take in a moment of a song. And just that act alone of stopping and taking a spontaneous song on the street, stopping your schedule, your destination, your plans, stopping everything. And that's like what we talked about before, we talked about the surprise, you know, of a sneeze or a sigh or a trip. When you stop and you break your pattern, you open yourself up as if being drunk. When you're drunk, you open yourself up, you break open your shell and all of your barriers and patterns and beliefs. And that's...
So let down your guard,
Yeah.
open your heart, let love and light in, imbibe on that. And what we're inviting you to do this week as your assignment of divinement is, in that place, instead of when that you break open that wild barrel, instead of taking in the usual, take in something really sweet, that hidden sweetness. Take in something
Deeper
so
than you
intimate and deeper that it will be longer lasting, and so long that it's eternal. And like a ring, the ring of fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The anointing of the fire.
Like the anointing of the cicadas. Have you been anointed by the cicadas?
That was, yeah, so if we're going to go there, that felt a little more plaguey-ish.
Plaguey-ish?
Plaguey-ish. Yeah. So we had our, well, we should talk about this. So this past Sunday, a week ago, we had our first real public gig at Kingfish in Louisville on River Road.
In Louisville, yeah.
So let's start with the positive first. We get to see so many of you that we haven't seen in so long. We got to pass out a lot of hugs.
It feels so good to connect and know that you're doing it safely and that it's really like changing, shifting.
It was really,
Oh,
really
my gosh.
exciting to see you
Yeah.
all and put some love on you, and thank you for the love you put on us. It was really, really precious. And we don't have a lot of gigs, so, you know, like, we're cherishing every opportunity to gather. So we were a little disappointed when this one got rained out after an hour and a half and was dominated by a plague of cicadas. And I'm not talking about, you guys might be having cicadas, you know, it's this 17-year cycle, they're popping up. No. This was like, and these people can attest to it, like a plague, like flying everywhere.
Like
And
a storm.
in your mouth, in
of
your
cicadas,
eyes, down your
like
clothes, up your clothes.
A downpour of cicadas. Like,
bombarding us with their intense energy.
oh my God.
And
Like,
we were like, at some points, like in the middle of a phrase, and that just dropped right out, because they do a little thing. It's like,
Here.
people are like, they don't bite, but they do a little pinchy, and who wants like a
no.
giant bug on you?
No, and then they make like this scary Death Star noise. It's like Star Wars,
Yeah.
Darth
Yeah.
Vader's theme song or something.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sure some of you with the didgeridoo might think it's pretty cool. It could
No,
make
it
a
was
nice
like, it
beat
was like
track out of it.
a ton, it was like having the whole world had egg shakers. You know, those little,
yeah,
those
so,
little
those
shakers.
annoying things that everybody's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
great.
annoying when one
No, I'm
person
just
has
teasing.
them.
It's
No,
not really annoying.
maybe not when one
They're
person
never
has them.
annoying.
But when the whole world has them, it's too much of a
Well,
good thing.
it's the world. The whole world was like the 17-year plague of the cicadas.
And it
It
really
would sound like that.
We trust us. We're nature girls, and actually, we love them out here.
They're not even that bad out here.
No, they're like hanging out, and then
Oh
they
my
just drop their
God.
shell and they're gone. And maybe we have to keep loving.
No,
from
but
eating
seriously, we know that you all love us when you're sitting out there in like 80% humidity, okay,
them.
number
Right.
one.
With cicadas on your fried
With
fish.
cicadas flying towards your mouth and your eye holes.
There is not enough tartar sauce for that.
You can't eat in those conditions.
But they did.
Barely can you drink.
did.
Barely can you listen to music.
And we barely made music.
And it stormed like
And
a
we got
mother
rained
dog.
out.
Yeah. So you guys sat through all that, and I know that you are. We're gonna call you the Cicada Club.
And so can we say this to all the
Cicada
people who
Club.
came out last Sunday and all the people
Thank
who
you.
come out every single Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Thank you all.
Cicada Club.
Thank you.
Battling the plague. Nothing stops
Well,
them.
I'm thanking them for Sundays with Bliss.
I know. I am too.
Because they're so faithful to come here on Sunday nights. Now, it was a little wild being out there in the 3D. Here we are, you know. And there's
It
not
makes
a
me
cicada.
appreciate the
Maybe a
fact-
fruit fly.
I know. We can gather without all that shit. And you can be wherever you are, which is so nice.
But
And
we
you can-
did,
Yeah.
we did love the hugs so much and loved playing in person. We'll do it again next month. But for right now, I really, really do want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for joining us here on Sunday nights. It is so, so precious to be here with you, to have these moments that are more than music, as someone put it. Thank you for supporting us. There are a handful of you that keep Sundays with Bliss going. Thank you for your tips and the ways that you show your care and concern for us during this time when we're still trying to find our wings. Thank you for putting some wind under there and keeping us soaring. We're so, so deeply grateful. So thank you for that.
Yes,
And
we are. Shout out to Sandy Fry and her birthday.
yes, what a treat.
We got to celebrate. Oh my gosh, we love you, Sandy. Thank you
Yes,
so
happy
much.
birthday, sweetheart.
Shout out to Lucy and the amazing pictures of the Temple of the Heart.
Yeah,
that she
check those out
took,
on wayoftheheartwoods.org.
and all the ways that she loves us, and all the ways that you love us and loving. And so, being intoxicated means like letting go of all your inhibitions and being at your most alive point. So we wanted to conjure that moment in the night when it's like 3 hours into our show and you've had about 2, maybe 3 drinks, or maybe none at all, but just the energy of being together and singing and celebrating life has got you high as a kite, and you're ready to sing along and ready to absolutely let go of all your inhibitions. And so we like to sing this song from a couple that are impossible not to be drunk on, and a gentleman who saw his addiction and turned it into love and to care and to passion for life. This is from June and Johnny Cash, and we want you all to please sing along. That's right. I'm drunk on life. Love is a burning thing. It makes a fire rain. Bound by wild desire, I feel a dream. love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child, as a child. Oh, but if I went wild, I fell in the burning ring on fire. Down, 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 the flames went higher. Burns, 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 this ring of fire, this ring of fire. Everybody now, here we go. I fell in the burning ring on fire. Down, 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 the flames went higher. Burns, 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 this ring of fire, this ring of fire. Yee-haw! Burn me up, call me a mom, call me well done. Chin chin. Oh, chin chin.
We love you so much. Take in all that is good for you. Take in all that hidden sweetness. We savor you. We cherish you. You are so, so loved. See you next time.